Should we have at the very beginning only quarantine those with high threat level instead of quarantine the entire world?
I agree that at first you had to quarantine the entire world because you did not know that this was true.
สวัสดีครับ วันนี้ผมได้มาทำการเพิ่มภูมิคุ้มกันนะกับดรเอริกนะครับ
สวัสดีครับ
หลายๆคนอาจจะจำดรเอริกได้นะครับดรเอริกก็3 เดือนที่แล้วเนี่ยผมกับดรเอริกเนี่ยได้ทำวิดีโอนะเกี่ยวกับโควิดนะคนก็แชร์กันเป็นล้านๆคนเลยนะแล้วหลังจากนั้นนะครับก็อย่างที่เห็นนะโควิดก็ทำให้โลกเราเนี่ยปั่นป่วนเยอะมากนะแต่ตั้งแต่วันนั้นแล้วเอริกเขาพูดตลอดเวลาว่ามันไม่ได้ร้ายแรงอย่างที่คนคิดหรอกแล้วก็คำนี้นะครับ3 เดือนที่แล้วที่ดรเอริกเคยเตือนว่ามันเป็นเรื่องที่บ้ากันไปซะจนนะคนเราทำให้เศรษฐกิจพังยับเยินนะครับทุกอย่างแย่ไปหมดเนี่ยโดยที่เอริกก็เคยพูดนะว่ามันไม่ได้รุนแรงหรอกแล้ววันนี้อะไรครับ WHO เองคนที่ออกมาบอกว่าคนจะตายกันเป็นล้านตายกันเป็นแสนเป็นหมื่นเป็นอะไรวันนี้ WHO กลับทางแล้ววันนี้พวกเราจะคุยกับเอริกนะว่าอัปเดตเรื่องโควิดแล้วก็เดินหน้ากันยังไงนะครับโอเคนะครับโอเคเอริก hello Eric hello Eric hello เข้ามาดูใครมีคำถามอะไรอยากถามดรเอริกลงมาได้เลยนะจะพยายามตอบให้นะครับ alright Eric 3 months ago we did a video อันนี้ขอทำภาษาอังกฤษหน่อยนะ 3 months ago we did a video
Yep.
and you said that you weren't that concerned about COVID
Right.
and you said it's pretty simple to take care of
Yeah.
so what happened why did the world go crazy
Well, I think a lot of the decisions being made weren't necessarily being made by scientists. This is the first time an epidemic has had decisions made by politicians, right? Even during Ebola when I was there, the decisions were made by science and they were passed on to politicians, and then politicians did what the scientists said was important, and everything worked. And it worked beautifully. This time it was politicians deciding, picking pieces of science that were working for their purposes other than just keeping everybody safe, right? Now, I think there was a lot of fear involved at first because the first thing we heard was that COVID is going to kill millions and millions and millions of people, and it's going to kill 10% of the people, and it's going to kill 20% of the people. But now we know that that's not even remotely true, and the actual death rate from COVID is less than the flu around the world.
But the science was wrong. A lot of it was just wrong. Dr. Anthony Fauci was wrong. He said don't wear masks. He says that you can get COVID by just touching tables. He said asymptomatic people can give away COVID.
Right.
But after 3 months, it's being proven that that's kind of wrong.
Every epidemic, because I've been through all the big epidemics, right? HIV, TB, hepatitis, H1N1, H5N1, MERS, SARS. In every epidemic, it's a learning process, right? First, we do too much because we want to protect everybody. Then as we get more information and get more science, we roll back the protection so society can still function. This one was different. In this one, even as we learned important things, contact with things is not that big a risk factor, right? Healthy people aren't getting sick. Even when we learned that, the politics of things kept people saying, well, we understand that and that may be true, but we're not changing things. And that was wrong, and that's put us in a very difficult situation.
So let's summarize. Threat level ผมจะถามเขานะครับว่าความอันตรายของโควิดวันนี้จริงๆแล้วเท่าไหร่นะ Threat level of COVID right now today as compared to 3 months ago.
Well, let's put it on an individual basis. Guys like you and I, right? I'm 60 years old. You were much less than 60 years old. We're healthy. We don't have any chronic diseases, right? Threat level for us is relatively small. Might get the flu, might get COVID, might not know you have COVID. Now, threat level for somebody like your mom who's sick and has chronic diseases, threat level is very high, but there's a very distinct cutoff there.
So should we have at the very beginning only quarantine those with high threat level instead of quarantine the entire world?
No, I agree that at first you had to quarantine the entire world because you did not know that this was true. But this is something that was proven within probably 2 to 3 months, and I'm being very conservative. if you think that if you look back and understand that COVID was spreading back in August of last year, right? You would think there was enough time there to make some real pragmatic, honest, statistical decisions, which still have not been made up until today. So yeah, we must move forward with the science and the experience to keep society going.
Okay. So in 3 months now, what is the science now telling us? ผมจะถามกันนะครับว่า3 เดือนผ่านแล้วเนี่ย science บอกอะไรเราบ้าง One, is it easy to get COVID?
Is it easy to get COVID? It's not as easy as we thought it was. If you're in a close area like you and I are right now, yes, something like this, if you have an active COVID patient, you will likely get COVID. But that's only if that COVID patient has symptoms, right? You could have COVID right now, but if you have no symptoms, I'm not going to get infected.
Let's be clear on that, because
Yeah.
at the very beginning, they were saying that asymptomatic people can spread.
Right.
Today, right now, is that still a true statement?
The WHO has changed their tune on that, and they said no. If you're asymptomatic, it's unlikely that you will spread the disease, and that's a big deal, because now we know that there is probably 30 to 40% more numbers of COVID-19 than we even think they are, that are asymptomatic cases. So what that means is these are people who had COVID, never knew they had it, and now they're immune to it, so they could actually go out and do whatever they want to do.
Is it easy to get COVID off, tabletops, chairs, things like that? As 3 months ago, they were saying COVID will live on a surface for, a few 15, 20 minutes. We're understanding that's not true either now, right?
That's not true. There's a much lower ability to get COVID off of a surface of something than they ever thought there was before. So, and this, look, I've remained very positive about this the whole time. I thought it was a little bit too much lockdown, but that's because of my experience
With
through
Ebola,
this
yeah.
before, right? So now it's time to change the behavior based on the real science and the real experience.
Next question. Social distancing, that was a big deal, right? People should stay in their basement.
Right.
But now CNN, with all this rioting, says you should go out and riot. So which is it? I should stay in my house, or I can go and riot and not get COVID?
Well, we're going to find out in 2 weeks, to tell you the truth. But if you're willing to tell people to go out into a group and stay this close together and beat each other up and stay like this, you can't be too worried about the spread of a disease that just 2 weeks ago you said was going to kill people if you did it.
Yeah.
So you can go in a restaurant and I got to sit across from you with a big glass volleyball net in between, but we can still hang out together and protest. So that's a very big contradiction.
So where should Thailand be at this juncture? What should we be doing? What should the government of Thailand, after hearing all of the new facts, after understanding the problems, what should Thailand do now? If the Minister of Health was listening to you, what would you recommend now?
Thailand's done very well with the behavior so far. The drop in cases, the lack of ICU beds and people not dying from it. Thailand has done a very effective job of halting the spread.
What do we do going forward?
From here,
Can we bring tourism back?
Now is a time where we can open up domestically first, because if there's no infections, nobody's going to spread anything, right? But for tourism, I agree with the way they're doing it. First, you open it up to the low-risk countries, Vietnam, Australia, New Zealand, even Japan now, because Japan's opening up their country. Open it up, give it a test, see what happens with the spread. But the truth is, even when COVID was spreading here a lot, there were very few deaths. There were some sick people, there was a lot of numbers, but a lot of recovery. And the one thing you have not seen the numbers showing is the amount of people recovered. So the recovery percentage that I saw recently was 96%. 90%.
So ผมจะถามคำถามสุดท้ายนะครับ Should people now stop being crazy and think they're gonna die from COVID and just do all the right things?
Yeah, we talked about that months ago. I mean, that's the lesson that we were telling everybody, was that protect yourself, build your immune system, wear a mask. Masks are great. I don't know why Americans get so upset.
Because the WHO said you didn't have to wear a mask.
Yeah, but masks are look. If a mask is going to protect you from me,
I agree with you.
I got no problem with wearing a mask.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm not that pretty anyway. When I wear a mask, I got beautiful eyes. They look better. Masks, wear your mask. But yeah, do reasonable behavior right now. Stop with the fear. I got friends who were in their 20s and 30s who stayed in their homes for 3 months and did not leave their homes.
Can you repeat that? Stop the fear.
Yeah, the fear has proven itself by now to not be real.
ก็คุณเอริกบอกนะครับ It's time to stop the fear. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Eric, say hello. Goodbye.
สวัสดีครับ
หากท้องฟ้าไม่มีแสงดาวหากภูเขาไม่มีต้นไม้หากอาทิตย์ไม่มีพระจันทร์เคียงข้างกายโลกใบนี้คงไม่สวยงามนั้นดูสดใสสว่างเพราะฟ้ายังมีดวงดาวอาทิตย์ทรงโปรดสาดแสงพร่างพรางค่ำคืนยังมีพระจันทร์พระราชินีที่อยู่คู่ฟ้ามหาราชาของแผ่นดินไทยพระบารมีที่ควรคู่ใจทอแสงประกายงดงามคู่กันเมื่อท้องฟ้ายังมีแสงดาวเมื่อภูเขายังมีต้นไม้เมื่ออาทิตย์ยังมีพระจันทร์เคียงคู่กายโลกใบนี้ก็ยังสวยงามที่ฟ้านั้นดูสดใสสว่างเพราะฟ้ายังมีดวงดาวอาทิตย์ทรงโปรดสาดแสงพร่างพรางค่ำคืนยังมีพระจันทร์พระราชินีที่อยู่คู่ฟ้ามหาราชาของแผ่นดินไทยพระบารมีที่ควรคู่ใจทอแสงประกายงดงามที่ฟ้านั้นดูสดใสสว่างเพราะฟ้ายังมีดวงดาวอาทิตย์ทรงโปรดสาดแสงพร่างพรางค่ำคืนยังมีพระจันทร์พระราชินีที่อยู่คู่ฟ้ามหาราชาของแผ่นดินไทยพระบารมีที่ควรคู่ใจทอแสงประกายงดงามคู่กัน